So here we have a brand new perfume that has apple, strawberry, caramel, and tonka bean. It's actually a pretty simple note breakdown, and it's a brand new release from the brand Absar. I have covered so many from this brand. This one is called Melted Glaze. Now, I purchased this one about a week ago. Came in the mail recently. I spent a few days playing around with it, but this is a gourmand offering. Like I said, the caramel, the tonka bean, and then you also kind of have like this fruity introduction. So I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this brand new fragrance. I'm going to tell you all about it, what I get from it in terms of comparisons, longevity, performance, and of course, it's also quite an affordable fragrance. Pretty much anything from the brand Absar has been quite affordable, but this is absolutely delicious. I'm telling you, you try this one, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Anyway, before I start this video, I do wanna mention that if you're a fan of perfume related content, and if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also please give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. And of course, it also goes without saying that if you're looking to pick this fragrance up, I got mine from the TikTok shop, but you can also get this one from giftexpress.com. I am going to drop my coupon code down below. It is not an affiliate code. I make zero commission on it. The code is RED10. It saves you 10% off your entire purchase. But of course, if you're looking for something sweet, and I mean like unapologetically sweet, that's the place to get it from. This is a fragrance to get. I know the market is kind of oversaturated with gourmand perfumes as of now. I mean, it seems like there's a new gourmand perfume coming out every single week. What I really appreciate from this brand, though, is that they do have their gourmands, but they also tackle a lot of really expensive and some not so expensive DNAs, and they create their ultra affordable version of it, not compromising on the packaging or the quality of the juice, the longevity of the compounds, all of that stuff. It's very important. And I'm really glad that they're keeping the consumer in mind, because I have tried a lot of inspiration brands, and there are some that I just cannot talk about. There are some that I can talk about, but certain fragrances that I can't talk about because I just don't like them. And perhaps I will do a spotlight on even some of the ones that I don't like in the future. But let me tell you a little bit about this fragrance and what I personally get from the smell. Now, this fragrance, and I'm going to be honest with you, the first impression that I got when it first opened up is that it smells like a strawberry shortcake. It has this very rich gourmand property about it. And I think it's a nice combination of the strawberry and the apple. But if I'm being honest, I'm getting more strawberry than apple from this fragrance. Now, of course, the tonka bean is very smooth and velvety, adding to the sweetness quite a bit. The caramel is primarily what is driving the sweetness forward. But there's also like a butyric quality in this fragrance as well. And by butyric, it means buttery, right? So it has like this photorealistic element to it that kind of put me in the mindset of like a really rich dessert that you would consume after a very satisfying meal. I know there's a bit of division, if you will, among people with regard to gourmand perfumes, especially some of the more photorealistic options on the market, because certainly there are a lot of people who would say, look, I would love a candle to smell like this. I want my food to smell like this. I don't want to smell like this. And then there are a lot of unapologetic people out there who are like, you know what? No, I want to smell like a walking treat. I want to smell like a walking dessert, because maybe wearing that type of perfume accomplishes something for them, or they just love sweet smells. And it's like, look, if we're going to pursue the gourmand genre, why do it in a way that's anything less than unapologetic? And even with regard to one of the most iconic gourmand perfumes out there, Angel by Thierry Mugler, you have that ethyl maltyl, you have the caramel, you have the chocolate, you have the gourmand nuances, but then you also have a bit of spice and patchouli is not really a gourmand ingredient. So I think there's a lot of people who don't necessarily mind pursuing that unapologetic gourmand avenue, and it works for them, right? So I just want to consider this, or I want to put this on your radar so that you may consider this as an option. It opens up with this very rich, very delightful strawberry note, quite different from anything else on the market. This is not a Burberry Her, which is also a strong strawberry perfume. This is not a Melanie Martinez Crybaby Perfume Milk, which I've always equated to the smell of a strawberry milkshake, with so many strawberry fragrances. Strawberry Sensation by Okja being another one. This one is in a league of its own. It truly doesn't remind me of anything else. They actually have 3 others from this collection, and considering the fact that it's a brand new collection, the names of each individual fragrance elude me, but they have one in a dark burgundy bottle that smells like Osmanthus Nectar by Gucci from the Alchemist Garden collection. Love that one. So elegant. It actually smells like a rich woman, like a rich, confident woman. They also have one that's housed in a violet colored bottle that is their impression of Palatine by Parfum de Marly. Not very powdery. It's done very well. Also very versatile, very elegant, very professional smelling as well. And then they have one that it's in almost like this pinkish peach salmon colored bottle, let's say salmon. And that one smells like L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy. Love that one. Great for a date night. Also conveying elegance. This one, on the other hand, is just very fun, very playful, very whimsical, and a lot of gourmands kind of establish that aura, if you will. So look, at the end of the day, I think this is a delicious gourmand. I appreciate my gourmands. It's not something that I would personally wear. There are plenty of Absar fragrances that I do enjoy wearing. Shahor Platinum, Shahor Elixir is another one. And then, of course, they also have other inspirations, like they have Irfa, Hirfah, which is their take on Burberry Goddess. That one is divine, however, quite feminine leaning. And then, you know, they have some other masculine leaning DNAs. One of the Shahors is their take on Amore Cafe by Mancera. That one I love, right? Like, I love the original. Never got around to purchasing a bottle. At least I don't think so. But because I have I actually have a number of inspirations, but Absar did it best, and they're the longest lasting ones. In any case, this one is beautiful. I also really love their take on one of the Dior Privé fragrances. I forget which one it is, but it's a very rose-forward fragrance. I mean, they have a lot of rose-forward fragrances, but they had one in a previous collection, which is amazing. They also have one called Rania, which is amazing on a woman. That's their take on Valentino Donna Born in Roma PP Pink, which is a discontinued fragrance, and that one does it so good. Oh, the Dior that I was alluding to is Rouge Trafalgar. I forget the name of the Absar counterpart though, but anyway, beautiful, absolutely amazing. This one, on the other hand, if you're into your gourmands, you don't mind a very sweet pressurized atomizer. Yeah, this smells like a strawberry shortcake. It almost kind of reminds me of one of those ice creams you used to get as a kid or a teenager from like Mr. Softy or the ice cream truck, like the strawberry shortcake ice creams. It is so delicious, and it has that photorealism to it that I think is unmatched with a lot of other gourmand fragrances, especially ones that seem to focus primarily on like cotton candy or you know, caramel or brown sugar. Like, they add a sweet element, but they kind of do their own thing. I just feel like every single layer of this perfume is sweet. So if you're into that DNA, it's going to stay in my nostrils now for like 3 hours. This is beautiful. Melted Glaze by Absar. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I don't have the box on hand, but the box is also quite nice for this fragrance as well. Housed very securely. Beautiful fragrance. If you're into your gourmand, strawberry, apple, caramel, tonka bean. I'm sure there's a lot of other things happening in here too. Like I said, it's a little butyric as well, but in the best way possible. Again, I'm not really into wearing too many gourmands. I love my gourmands. It's just that I'm in a very different phase right now. I love my aromatics. I even love the fougères, believe it or not. I've come around to really appreciating the fougères. And I'm also really enjoying, like, not so much this citrus or the aromatics, but I'm really still enjoying the fruity chypres, but I want it done in a way that's different from like a Ventus, you know? I'm kind of getting tired of that DNA as much as I love that fragrance. But nevertheless, before I go on a rant, thank you so much for joining me. Brand new fragrance that I wanted to bring to your attention. It is absolutely delicious. But again, you have to love gourmands to really appreciate this fragrance. If you're not into gourmands at all, move on to the next one. But I think this one is very well done for what it's worth. And again, it's super strong, like 8 to 10 hours longevity, beyond an arm's length projection for like 3 hours. It's very long lasting juice. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you took something of value from today's episode. And of course, if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell. And once again, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. it would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.